What is going on, boys? I am live. Just dropped my predictions, recorded my predictions. I swear, it's been paining me to record some of these predictions for the Apex cards, but this card wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I didn't have to do a lot of research. I just brushed up on a couple fights, and I said, you know what, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. And I said, you know what, I'm going to wait a little bit. I think it's been about, 45 minutes? 45 minutes later, and I'm live. I know the predictions aren't going to get crazy views, but I got to build them. I got to start somewhere. But yeah, welcome to another live. 3 minutes late. I was like 10 minutes late, actually. I scheduled it, and then I realized I was running out of water, so then I went down and got water, and then I was like, oh, you know what, I might as well pee. Then when I was peeing, I was like, you know what, I got to blow my nose. And then I came here. And the next thing you know, it was 10 minutes. Bye. What is going on? Clean bill of health. We got a clean bill of health. What is up? The one who vapes is in the building. The multi-time made man around here. We have a lot to discuss. UFC FBI investigation. Dana White denying that there's a problem. And to top it all off, we have Jones, Johnny Bones Jones, saying exactly what I've been saying about Tom Aspinall forever. Forever. How long I've been saying that? That Tom is massively overrated. You guys tell me how long I've been saying that for. I've been saying that for eternity. It is a fact. Dana was pooing himself. I think Dana's just trying to say, oh, don't worry. Joey, how do I get skin like you? Drop your skincare routine. My skincare routine is nothing. I just wash my face in the shower. That's it. I don't even wash it with anything in particular. That's it. That is it. That's all. I don't know if that was sarcasm. Joey, I'm glad Joey found the motivation to do picks for this weekend. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've never seen a fighter wear an eye patch so publicly after poke. Def a show. I know. It really is, man. Eventually, Tom will be all healed up, and they'll say, yeah, it was just a bad eye poke. That's all it was. So, it is what it is. Nothing we can say now. What do you mean, bro? TKO first and all fights lost to legal stroke and knee problem. Illegal strike, I guess. Tom's overrated. Do I need another Michael Chandler classic? Michael still thinks he's going to fight Connor in the aerial video. Dude, he did another podcast with some dude as well. I know. He did another I just don't know if I can keep doing the Chandler videos, man. It's just like beating a dead horse. The dude is a dumb fuck. Like, I know people love the videos, and I know they do well view-wise, but man, how am I going to beat that dead horse? Oh, no notification. I know this. I can already tell this stream is shadow banned. What's going on here? What are the chances Islam versus JDM playing out like Hamzat DDP? I don't think that would be it. I don't think that's going to happen like that. I think if Islam's dogging JDM, say what you will about his grappling, he will scramble to get the fuck out of there. Do the aerial reaction of Salsa Boy. Dude, there's literally endless videos. I feel like I can't get to him. He said that Connor said it's a done deal, and he said it reminds him of 2017 Connor. I saw that, bro. I saw that. He said his wife told him he lost himself waiting for Connor, which is hysterical. But yeah, there's a million videos I could do right now. It's just like I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. I'm being worked to the bone, man. Damn. I just been worked to the bone. I guess nobody got notifications tonight. That's crazy. It's a classic. Chandler vs. Connor 2027. LOL. I know. He's still begging for it. Thank you for sharing the Dumas fight last week. I don't know how anybody's talking about it. Clearly rigged. Dude, I don't know how nobody's talking about it either, bro. I don't know how nobody's talking about it. Good. Tell me. Please tell me. Please do tell me. That shit was just donezo. What's crazy, I didn't even realize it got a bunch of attention on Twitter. I didn't even notice that. I had tweeted it out incorrectly at first, and so I had tweeted it like twice, and I forgot to delete the other one. And I'm surprised it went off like that. Dude, it's so clear, man. He's even sold it too. Somebody in chat pointed it out, though, so I got to give them credit. I forgot who it was, though. I'm late. I didn't know you were streaming. Apparently, YouTube didn't send out notifications. That's why we only got 70 people in here tonight. Like the stream. Guys, run up the likes in the stream. And do me a favor. For like the next 5 minutes, be crazy active in chat. From what I understand about YouTube, the more active the chat is, the more likely it's to recommend the stream. So hopefully some other people will get the recommendation. So hurry up. Run up the chat, man. Super active. Super active and like the stream. Supposedly pushes it out more. Did you say RDR saying he can't even climb up the stairs without gassing out? Something is wrong with his body, but he didn't want to mention. I did see that. I didn't really look into it at all. I just saw the quote in passing. I was like, damn, that's crazy. I wonder what's wrong with him. That's crazy. Joe, do you reckon Islam will be able to constantly take down JDM if he doesn't get a finish? I think he'll be able to control JDM more. I don't think I'll have to constantly take him down. I think I'll be able to control him even if he can't find a finish. Hey, Pussy, you still there? If Tom is overrated, why did Jon turn down $30 million to fight him? Because it did nothing for him. I saw the RDR submission radio interview today. Oh, he did an interview. I didn't know that. Only if the comments are meaningful and seemingly not botted like this one. You think they're botted? I'm done. Dude, come on. Stop spamming rainbow flags, bro. Come on now. I'll give you one chance to stop. It's weird. Yeah, but I didn't mean spam a fucking emoji over and over and over again. That's annoying. That's the only reason. I said, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Joey, how long before Dana tells Patel to beat it, kid? I don't know. Soon. We got LGBTQ bots. We got some LGBTQ bots. Demetrius sent them. I think Brown outclasses Bonfim. We'll see. Lame call out. RDR's a nice guy. I'm sad he lost to Brendan Allen of all people. I know, to lose to Brendan Allen. That one made me salty. That one genuinely made me super salty. I got to be honest. It was annoying as fuck. It was super annoying. Like, Brendan Allen, the bragger about child abuse, really had me steamed. Most female followers in the game, that's true. Clean bill of health. Who was calling DJ trans? I don't know. That's a rumor going around this community. That's from the rumor mill. That's a rumor around this community. What do you think about Mighty Mouse's take on eye pokes? I gotta be dead serious. I hate to say it. I don't give a fuck what Mighty Mouse thinks. I've seen a couple of his opinions, and they're literally horrible. To the point I think he has bad CTE. And I just simply don't care to pay attention to him. That's my take. I always thought DJ was sus. Trans DJs, crazy work. RDR said he wants to fight Paulo Costa in February or March. Costa would turn it down, man. I think Costa would turn it down. I just don't think... I think Costa will be like, oh, he lost. I'm done. Apparently Holly Holm's still boxing. What in the hell? You think DJ has CT? Yeah, he does. Joey, there's some small rumors going around that Allen versus Jean is in the works. Like Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. Is that what you're saying? Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. Imagine Dumont becoming champ. That'd be crazy. But possible. The division's dog shit, bro. They might as well get rid of it. They might as well get rid of it. It's that bad. How does RDR eat Costa's body shots though? He would get folded. I don't know. It depends what version of Costa shows up. It really does. When is Shavkat going to return? I guess he's not fighting this year. I guess Colby's not fighting this year either. How crazy has it been a year since Colby was forced to fight Buckley. Allen versus Garcia. He was throwing bombs in his last fight. Yeah, but Costa doesn't really have power. People confuse his muscles with power. Dana, freedom of speech, brother. I actually believe RDR, it looked like he gassed out and he was getting outskilled. He definitely gassed out. I don't know what was going on. There was something going on. And how anyone watches DJs beyond me. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how. I've seen a couple clips of DJ. Nothing against him. I supported him when he was fighting in the UFC. I find him insufferable. It's like he's so desperate to be liked. It's sad. That's what it feels like. Do you have definitive proof Shavkat is alive? No, I don't. Shavkat looks skinny now. What makes you say that? Will you root for Conor or Chandler if the fight actually does happen? Oh my God, you got to make me choose. Do I root for the... I'm not answering that question. I will not be answering that. I don't know. I want them both to lose, man. I want them both to lose. That's what I want. DJ has always had bad takes. That's why he was traded. I remember when DJ was talking about super fights, and then they offered him TJ Dillashaw, and he turned it down. Then he was begging to fight Floyd Mayweather. It was a bad look on DJ. That's the first time I was like against DJ. Any version of RDR beats Costa other than the way he looked against Allen? Probably. Are you still going to make the dedicated 322 video? We're only 10 days away. Hopefully. Hopefully. I can't say for sure. Ask me about that again in like 2 days. It's just like the time. How is it already Wednesday? RDR having a blood test and trying to figure out why he gassed out the way he did. Against Allen, I guess. Chandler's in Roadhouse too. I guess he thought Conor was going to be a co-star. Probably. That's probably what happened. Chandler, does Allen beat DDP? It's possible. I'll go DDP. It's midday and Thursday in Australia. That's crazy. I think I'm going to lean Edwards, to be honest. Protez is kind of overhyped, and I think Leon will mix in the wrestling. I'm kind of with you, bro. I'm kind of with you. Apparently, Adesanya thinks JDM's going to win. That's crazy. That's wild. I feel like Izzy always has the worst picks ever. Not that JDM couldn't win, but that's just crazy. I'm so done with Chandler. Dude, he's still groveling for the Conor fight. Still groveling for the Conor fight. At this point, Joe, we got to appreciate Chandler's hustle. He truly never gives up. I just wish Chandler would... Go away, man. I find him so annoying. I truly don't know if I can do another video on him. It's just so, he's so insufferable. Legit insufferable. I don't know how his own family even likes him. But some people, I guess. I mean, imagine still being a Chandler fan. I mean, sorry. Come on, Joe, you got to do it. I just don't know. He's so annoying. He confessed he will not take any other fight now that the White House card is 6 months away. Oh, God. I think the lock of the card is Morales beating Brady. He's kind of a sleeper pick. I don't rate Brady striking high at all, and I don't think Brady will be able to hold Morales down for long. I'm kind of with you on that one. We're in agreement, bro. We're kind of in agreement. That's the truth. Can you ask me a question? Can you ask me a question is literally a question. Just ask the question. I don't know why we're saying, can I? You can just ask the question. Imagine the DM he will send you if he actually gets to fight. Well, I called it for 2026, so I'll take credit for that. Joe, Walter's your favorite heavyweight currently? Sure. But, Joe, what about Muscle Milk Mike's illustrious career? Fuck Muscle Milk Mike. You guys are actually pissing me off even asking about him. I'm so done with the Chandler shit. I might just do it for you guys. One last hurrah. I mean, I guess it's never going to end. I mean, seriously, how much harder can I go on and on about it? It's just the horse is beaten dead. It just feels like, oh my God. Every time, man. Every time he says the dumbest shit. Everyone's in agreement with me now. Everyone agrees with me now. You noticed that, right? You remember I used to be the contrarian. Joey's the contrarian. Give the saga its proper send. You know what? I'll probably do it. I'll probably do it. You're right. It's still, the saga's still going on. He's still begging for it now. He's still waiting now. He's still begging for the fight. Joe, do you know what you're talking about? Yes. Person just keeps saying, can I ask you a question? What is the question? Who's winning, JDM or Islam? I think Islam probably wins. You don't want to do a Chandler video because it's not contrarian anymore? No, that's not it at all. I don't want to do a Chandler video because I don't want to listen to him twice. I got to listen to him once, get the timestamps, and go back and listen to it again. That's what I got to do. My name is Islam. Who you think I want to win? I guess Islam. Almost choked when Chandler said Connor's a man of his word. He said that shit again? The White House card is absolutely not happening, and I'm dying on that hill. I don't blame you, man. I'm still on the fence about it. Greg Doucette has a mic. Is Rotel, and you have Michael Chandler. It's nature. I don't know what that means, Llama, but thank you for the $5. Hey, Joey, sorry for mentioning this here, but I sent you something to your Gmail. I think you'd be interested. Apologies for bringing it up here. Love your takes, brother. Okay. I will have to check it out. Let me take a look. I'm assuming this has to be it. You're a big fan of my nuanced takes. Is that you? I'm just skimming through this, but it seems like You have an app you're creating. Is that what you're saying? An app for shorts? How does that... I would be somewhat interested in that. I don't know. Joey, how often do you utilize AI for your videos, and have they helped you a lot? The answer to that question 3 weeks ago would be 0. But for a couple live streams, I've gotten like descriptions, like quick descriptions when I don't feel like typing it real quick. And occasionally I'll put my title idea and I'll ask for variants, and then I'll read through and see if I come up with a better like I'll tweak mine. Usually mine's the best though. So maybe like 2%. Why would Joey know fitness YouTubers? I know who that guy Greg is. He's got a weird voice. I just don't know what Mike is. I don't know who Mike is. Is that another guy? I have not watched the Mark Montoya interview. I've seen bits and pieces of it. Dude looks guilty as hell. Give it a read later. Let me know. Okay, I will. It seems like something somewhat interesting. When are you launching the app? But either way, I'll get back to you, man. I don't really make shorts, but it's like, I don't know. I could try it out. If you really are like watching the channel and shit, and you know, I wouldn't mind using your shit, trying it out. I've only made one short ever. Greg makes videos on Mike. He drops 3-4 videos every week on him. It's been going on for a while. Oh, what does he like call him out for being like a fraud or something? The White House card is different to the Sphere. The taxpayer is 100% paying for that shit. It is a way to put taxpayers' money in Dana White's pockets, essentially. And some dude was using AI yesterday saying I'm wrong. Like, if you don't think that Donald Trump is doing anything and everything he can to help all of his wealthy friends, especially ones that help get him elected, like Dana White, you are smoking dick. You are a dumb fuck if you don't think that. Joe, will you be shaving the mustache again? Nah, probably not. Not for a while. It has to be make a lot of sense. Clean bill of health. Clean bill of health. What do you think about competition outside the UFC? Where do you think Usman Nurmagomedov stands in the lightweight of UFC or Sergio Pettis? I don't know. I mean, there's some elite fighters outside the UFC. It's a myth that the UFC has all the elite fighters. But to try to like pluck them out and put them in the UFC, it's hard to decide where they would be. I think Usman would be top 10. What's up? I need to watch those predictions. Was this a tough one? Yeah, there were some fights that I'm like, I don't think Dana's in on the rigged fights, but him completely denounced the ideas more than one fight is rigged is skeptical. Yeah, I don't think Dana's actively rigging fights illegally. Sometimes he puts his finger on the scale, but he's trying. The video I made last night, man, explains it perfectly. Dana wants to pretend like this is nothing. This is an isolated incident. This doesn't happen regularly. When the reality is, most of these guys fighting in the UFC are getting paid shit. They're getting paid dog shit. So when you're showing up for $12K and you're like, know what? Maybe I can bet a prop, throw the fight, and cash out big with a family member. They're going to do it, man. They can make life-changing money that way. I'm telling you, I believe the Dumas fight was rigged, too. Against Dante Johnson. I believe it. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. So, McKinney-Duncan is a banger matchup for 323. I think McKinney slumps him. I like it. Imagine how much info you could get out of Dana at the blackjack table, for example. That's true. Check Discord. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I've seen that. Is that Aljo talking about Tom? I saw it. You posted it in random earlier. I thought I liked it, bro. Does anyone else think like Louis Pavlovich looked like a fix? I remember Louis going down weird. Should you copy most of your content from that other YouTuber? I don't even really watch other MMA YouTubers. Like if I have a good video idea, sometimes I'll search it to see if anyone else has done it. But that's the gist of what I do. It's very rare that I'll seek out MMA content unless it's going to be in a video. I'll see clips on YouTube. You called the fix in the fight right away. I'm telling you, I was literally talking to my fiance. And I said, what the fuck? I felt like, you know that meme of like the fat guy sitting on the couch eating cheese puffs, pointing at the TV? Like, man, what the fuck? I would have never done that. Like the couch potato. That's how I felt. But I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Why is he not going 2-on-1? Why is he fighting it almost WWE style? Like, it reminded me of some, like, Hulk Hogan type shit. At plus 850, someone could throw 20K and fly under the radar and make 150K instead of 24K. Instead of what? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And what's crazy, if you bet the prop bet, if you bet second round, it was like plus 2,500. It was like plus 2,500. And then Herzog, I'm convinced Herzog's involved. I am convinced that Herzog is actually involved. That's the rumor right now. The fact that he's talking shit to the guy reporting it tells me the way he attacked him was a weird attack. It makes me think he's guilty. It makes me think he's guilty. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Maybe this is personal, but you had a fiance for like 2 years. I had a fiance for longer than 2 years, brother. But I'm just so used to calling her a fiance. Maybe it's already official. Maybe you don't know. Could they get their coach's team to make bets and keep profits as payment for camp? It's possible. You think every Kevin Holland fight he's won might be rigged? Dude, Kevin Holland's probably thrown some fights. Kevin Holland's probably thrown some fights. But yeah, you could be slick about it, not drum up any, not alert anything, and probably make some good cash, man. People are getting greedy. You could bet 10K on a submission, prop bet. Some normal Joe Schmo could bet 10K on a prop bet at high odds. You know what I mean? And you could just do that a couple times a year. I guess maybe you don't want to do it on the same fighter, but either way, you could do it and just not get greedy. You think Dana's work? Why would they cut him without due process? Exactly. People to bet millions instead of tens of thousands is so idiotic. Like, way to not get caught. Now, to be fair, I don't think people have bet 16 million on the prop bet. I think total of 16 million was bet on that fight, which is crazy for an Apex prelim. I thought Herzog was one of the only good few refs. Dude, I feel like over the last year, he's made more and more questionable decisions. Could the fix be a distraction from Tom faking? I think the fix could have been in for the Tom fight, but Tom decided last minute he didn't want to take a dive, and so he found a way to get the bets avoided. What is good cash these days? Very subjective. Everyone wants instant millions. Dude, if I could bet like once a month and make like 30K off of it, I'd be happy with that. The rabbit hole involving the scandal is certainly deeper than we know. Oh, there's a lot going on that we don't know about. Do you think Bonfim will reach top 5? Nah, maybe top 10, but I don't think top 5. I don't know about top 5, buddy boy. Guys, run up the likes on the stream. We only got 35 likes. That's super bummy. That is super, super, super bummy. So if you guys could like the stream, I would appreciate it. If you guys could make sure you are subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It takes 2 seconds. I'm questioning Big Dan Murgliato. Think about how the weird stoppages he's had recently. I feel like a lot of refs all of a sudden got worse at their jobs. Like, how do you regress as a referee? I'm very suspicious. I know. 30K to an influencer hanging around Dana and gamble was pocket change. That's more my point. I get it. Herzog's always been shit. I don't know. I thought he was one of the best at first. Tom Aspinall so happy his fight is completely out of the conversation. He got lucky. He should pay Bulgarian some money, man. Time will tell. Hindsight is 2020. Tom is not elite level. He won it out, and we will see. Did y'all see Michael Bisping's face when Yuri was basically calling Aspinall a quitter? Top 3 sus officials: Big Dan Murgliata, Jason Herzog, Herb Dean. That's what I see. Top 3 sus officials. Almost at 43K. About damn time, man. This last month has been brutal for me in terms of subscribers. See Tom's dad in yesterday's video? I did not. Joe, you think there'll be you'll be on for the first prelim at 322, asking because it's actually a decent one. Susarkayev, McCoynick. I'll try to. But we'll see. They might rearrange the bout order anyway. Joe, what's one fight you're 100% certain at in UFC 322? I don't know if I'm certain about any of them. Send Tom to the Kentucky State Fair. Facts. Can Tom Aspinall see yet? That's what I want to know. I defended Tom at first, but you showed me the light. Motherfuckers still can see Jones would have murked his ass. I wonder how many people have come over to my side now. How many? I heard allegedly the fight isn't happening for a while. I heard allegedly the rematch isn't happening for a while. It's going to be a bit. For whatever reason. That's all borderline speculation at this point. Could get announced I hope it gets announced, but I don't think it's happening this year, which sucks. Do you think fighters should be allowed to bet on themselves? No. Well, Tom still can't see the light. Do you think Tom Aspinall will agree to the rematch? He might turn it down and get stripped. I said that for a while. Tom is apparently retiring. Yeah, I could see that. Joey, can you pull up the middleweight rankings? Yuri said he'd go to 185 of Alex Stahl's division. Looking at the middleweight rankings, besides Chimaev, I actually don't think Yuri loses to anyone there. I kind of agree with you, but I don't know about the weight cut. Like, he beats guys like Brandon Allen. He beats, I'm trying to think of the rank. He beats guys like Costa. He beats RDR. I could see him losing to Mavov. I could see him losing to Hamzat. He beats Strickland. But it's all relative to how is the weight cut. He beats Izzy, but it's all relative to how does the weight cut affect him. This might be a crazy hot take, but we could just make betting illegal. It'll never happen. They make too many millions off of it. Betting is a way to scam people into thinking they can get rich. Tom always says he's afraid of being seen losing in front of everyone in his eyes. There you go. The going got tough, and he got going. Yeah, none of these guys besides Chimaev really have serious KO power. What about Fluffy? It all depends, man. It's about the weight cut. I think Yuri would win, but is the weight cut bad? I bet you James Krause is still betting on fights. But isn't it funny? Do you guys find it funny? Like the regular everyday bettors, and you know me, I don't even really fuck with the betting bros, but they get scammed time in and time out by the casinos and the sports books. But the second the sports book gets scammed a little bit, it's a full-blown fucking investigation. You notice how the FBI and all the government is on the sides of the sports books always? Like, I get it to a certain extent, but you know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean, right? If you're getting outboxed by Gon, what are the chances does Tom have against a top-tier boxing? 0. Walter Walker would beat Tom. I've been saying that for a while. I said Salsa Boy would beat Tom for a while. I said Salsa Boy would beat Tom for a while. And I was called a contrarian. I was called a contrarian. Does anyone remember that? When I was saying Salsa Boy would beat Tom a while ago, and then he was the dark horse. Who would win, Waldo Cortez Acosta or Walter Walker? That'd be very, very interesting. I don't know who would win that one. Honestly, I haven't really thought about that one enough to say. I'll say Salsa Boy. Keeps it standing. It's crazy that a media member is not allowed to ask Dana about the betting without getting banned. And hey, that boxing media guy wasn't afraid. Yeah, no one would give Dana a hard-nosed question. And people were complaining because I said that there's not enough people talking about it. I meant like the media will not, like the mainstream regular media aren't talking about the betting scandal. It should be more of a news story. It should be a massive news story. Not just basically MMA YouTube, Ariel Helwani. You know, it should be a massive news story. Yuri moving to 85 would be a bad move. I think he'd lose to everyone in the top 5. My perception of Tom has died so hard, like I don't know who he beats anymore. Andy, be honest. Do you think me saying Salsa Boy beats Tom is crazy? At worst, it's 50-50. At worst, it's legitimately 50-50. But people have come around to what I believe. They used to doubt me. I saw JDM interview say he's going to be in the USA at Fight Week. Isn't crazy how long? 26, 28 hours. So I think the jet lag is going to affect Sean. I have no idea. I would assume JDM knows better. I would assume JDM knows better than us about what's going to affect him and not affect him. 100% I picked Waldo now. Dude, and Waldo's hard to hit too. You ever notice that? Has anyone lost more aura than Tom Aspinall? Isn't it funny now with the Waldo shit? Everyone has basically come to my side. Is there anyone defending Tom anymore? Do you think a betting bro leaked that Ain't Alive was injured? Yeah, I bet you there's some people who knew. Knew and bet on him. There's people who knew of the ankle live injury and bet first round finish by Pereira. Guaranteed. Thanks for taking my question. No problem. No problem. Like I saw all I needed. Waldo wins just by not being a quitter alone. Dude, how bad did Salsa Boy embarrass Tom Aspinall? Don't you think Dana saying Bulgarian should go to prison is a little over the top? I mean, it's illegal. You're basically defrauding someone out of money. But, I mean, Dana said he's not 100% guilty yet. But I don't believe it, Dana. I mean, did you guys hear what Dana said? We got the best betting integrity firm there is, and they told us a fight was rigged, and we said, okay, never mind, doesn't matter. Do you still think Ank is the best light heavyweight? Does he beat Pereira if he's healthy? Yes, he does. That's my answer. Ank versus Yuri, who wins? Ank. 100% Ank. Salsa Boy has more heart than Tom. Dude, Tom grew up with a King Ranch. Whatever the equivalent of that is in the UK. Do you still think Ank is the best? Okay, Ali never loses a bet. Do you think Ali's betting? Imagine Ali's betting. Mark Hunt said a year ago he was offered $4 million to throw a fight. Might have aged like fine wine. That's crazy. I wonder if that's true or not. Because Mark Hunt hates the UFC now. Did he really said that? Yeah, we asked him. He said no, so I guess it checks out. Hey, Joe, are you going to do a prediction video for this weekend? It's already out, brother. The casino sports books defraud people every day. I know. Tom grew up with the best stationary horses and dental insurance in the UK. Hey, man, keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like how someone... now we have someone in here posing as Josh Emmett, MMA. What a random fighter impersonation. Ulberg has underrated power at light heavyweight. He might starch Yuri. Ulberg, I don't know if Ulberg's really good or really shitty. Bars and casinos legally have to cut you off when you drink too much. Not when you gamble too much. Yeah, they can cut you off when you're making too much money, but not when you're losing too much money either. It's so annoying. Joe, why don't you collab with other MMA YouTubers? I'm not big on like Mr. What's the word I'm looking for? Networker. Like I'm not like if somebody hits me up and it makes sense, I'll do it. So if you want me to go on someone's channel, tell them to hit me up. What if that's really Josh Emmett? It's 100% not Josh Emmett. If it's Josh Emmett, he can video call me right now. I think the only guy who's 100% beats Yuri right now is Azamat. Azamat got that weird one-hitter quitter. Shut Yuri off right now. Nobody else has that except besides Alex. True. Dude, Azamat KOing Rockage was crazy. I can't believe. I'm so mad that I picked Rockage. I'm legit so mad that I picked Rockage and fucked that one up. I could have done better. I could have done better. Should Tom move to Invicta, grab a couple wins there, and then come back to the big show, invigorate it? Yeah, it's actually Josh Emmett. I know him. Okay, Joe, who's the most attractive female UFC fighter right now? Virna Jandiroba. Why don't you collab with Trans DJ? All right, come on now. How does Randy Brown get away with eye pokes constantly? Does he? Is Randy Brown really a habitual eye poker? Azamat versus Ank is a close fight. Dude, Azamat just has crazy KO power. Azamat pretty much made Rockage cover up instead of trying to get up off the jab. Jesus. Who does that off a jab? Dude fell and he pulled the Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades 1. You guys notice that? He pulled the Tom Aspinall Curtis Blades 1. It's crazy. I wonder what's wrong with RDR. I wonder what's wrong with RDR. That's crazy. That's sad. Azamat is legit. I think he's better than Ank. I just feel like I haven't seen enough to say that. I'm still a Rockage believer. Can definitely be a gatekeeper role. I don't trust his chin. His chin's gone. Rockage looked like he was thinking about all the different professions he could do. Could have been doing it all on the ground instead of MMA. He hit the exact move that Tom did when he fought when he got the knee injury against Curtis Blades. When he got the knee injury against Curtis Blades. Damn. Dude, every UFC fighter has a YouTube channel now. That's what I get recommended on here. Like everybody. You got the Moicano and his buddies. You have Bisping. Oh my God, Bisping. Bisping talking to Yuri was actually the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. Because you know Bisping knows that Tom quit for sure, right? The knee injury, yeah, that one. The takedown that Rocket shot on Azamat told me I made the wrong pick right away. There are certain moments in fights where you're like, damn it, should have known. Like I'm telling you right now, when Bilal picked up Leon and took him down, I believe it was like 18 seconds into the first round, I knew right away that shit was a wrap. I knew right fucking away. Right away, I knew that shit's a wrap, buddy. Isn't that crazy? A lot of people gave me shit for that pick. But 18 seconds in, I knew it was a wrap. When DDP got crucifixed, I knew it was. I mean, I already knew it was over going into the fight. But the second he got crucifixed, I said, "Oh, it's over." Apparently, Sean Fluffy's happening. I think Fluffy ragdolls him. Surprised Sean doesn't want to wait out for the White House. I think Fluffy wins. But I'll be talking about Ian Gary with anger. What do you mean? Bro, Randy Brown eye pokes in every fight, but the house the eye pokes Monfin. We'll see. I forgot that then. When Jamal Hill showed up at 300 with his belly hanging over his shorts, I knew I made the wrong pick there too. Dude, why is Jamal Hill coming in chubby for every single fucking fight? Every single fucking fight, man, he's coming in chubby. Every single fight, it seems. I think his career's over. Does anyone else think Jamal Hill's career's over? Joe, remember when Bisping was shitting against the black guy who faked an eye injury against Brian Battle? Ironic he's defending Tom. Yeah, Angelosa. Yeah, I wanted to make a video exposing Bisping, but I never got around to it because so much shit's always going on. You know? But yeah, Bisping's a hypocrite. Jamal is done. Mac and cheese diet. Mac and cheese is good, bro. I really don't think the White House card is going to happen. I think they will call it off. Something big to try to make up for it. It'll be some variation of the White House card. There'll be an event in D.C. Trump will attend. Maybe, maybe not. And it'll still be a big event. I don't still believe it. I'm still on the fence. It's already now supposedly... Remember, it was initially supposed to happen on July 4th. Then it was supposedly moved back to June. And now it could be even earlier, as reported. I have a feeling it's some... I've said this from the very beginning. There will be some version of it. That's the truth. Paramount going to want their White House event. There'll be some variation of the White House event. Jamal versus brother Turkey Shootout 2025. We're getting close to the Thanksgiving Day trilogy. When Chandler said he's in Roadhouse 2, was he being serious? I have no fucking clue. I have no damn clue. Imagine, dude, he's just, I don't even want to hear about Chandler. He honestly disgusts me. Like, I don't fuck with Chandler at all. He's a fucking piece of shit, annoying little bitch, man. Yeah, but still makes the White House event a grift. Yep. It's like Fight Island again. It'll be in the shadows of the Capitol, like how the Jets play in the shadows in New York City. They'll figure out something. They'll do an AI. They'll do it at the Sphere with an AI White House in the background. Izzy said JDM will break Mahashev. I swear Izzy has horrible picks. What is Izzy training? Which I guess they're Australian, New Zealand. What other American can they put on the White House card other than Jon Jones and make it a great fight? No idea. I think Cash would lose his job at the FBI if he finds wrongdoing with Dana on the UFC. If he found wrongdoing, they would just bury it. I don't think they're competent anyway. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they're fucking confident. You think they're competent? When I seen that shit from that shooting like a couple months ago, which is crazy, that was a couple months ago now. That shit seems so incompetent. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Damn. Oh my God. No. What a disaster. Oh, my God. I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, I could see Islam with a 4th-round Darce. I see Islam getting a sub. They're all CKB. He has to say that. Can we get a Money in the Bank match on the White House card? Yeah, let's get that. WWE style. Izzy doesn't seem like he'd make a good coach cornerman to me. Yeah, Izzy always says dumb shit. I think it's just because they're friends. Mark my words, Islam will have trouble controlling JDM. JDM will rock Islam a few times and have a near finish. 4th round, Islam will get a submission when it's least expected. We'll see. JDM's throwing the fight. It's rigged anyway. It's funny. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people rooting for JDM. He had no fans up until he fought Bilal. Andreas, thank you for the 12 months of membership. Do you think Dana is in on the gambling stuff? Nah. It wouldn't shock me if Dana has bet before, but I don't think he's rigging fights intentionally. Been a while, Joey. Bo Nichols still the GOAT. Okay. He's still the GOAT, huh? Fuck it, ladder match. If Islam breaks JDM inside one round, this will break a lot of people's mind. Dude, that'd be crazy if he does. JDM has 0 personality and is kind of forgettable. That's true. He has no IG followers either. JDM is going to win. Start your bets. Yeah, I heard 1st round prop bet. JDM sub. Chandler did another Ariel Hawani interview. Dude, why does Ariel keep interviewing him? I don't get it. It's fucking actually annoying. It's actually fucking annoying, man. Like, I'm so tired of, like... I'll be right back. I gotta go do something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, boys. I am back. I am back. Whoo. Whoo, 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 whoo. That was something. I had to go do something real quick. My bad, guys. How long was I gone for? I had a fucking disaster that I had to handle. An absolute disaster. And now I'm fucking freezing cold. But I'm here. I am back. Can we get a prediction on RDR's career? I think he has a massive fall off after this. Streams sans Joey feels post-apocalyptic. What are you talking about? Tom said he's coming back to start his one good eye run. Dog run away? Nah. Ask me in Discord, I'll tell you. Some wild and crazy shit. I'll tell you that much. But it's handled now. It's handled now. Someone may have just showed up at my house. And I might have just whooped him like a dog. Or maybe not. Or maybe something else. It might have been a solicitor. Yeah, Tom stopped trying after 4:35. We've been here longer, waiting for Joey. True. A stream without you in it feels just chat, talking, feeling post-apocalyptic. Who in chat wants to do a member stream after this? We'll see how long we'll be on, but we might do a member stream if I'm depending on how long this stream ends up going. Jamal's manager show up. Was it the FBI? When you drop in that video, Ariel talking about you, Joey. Dude, he just tweeted something. Felt like the teacher left the classroom. Imagine if Ariel invited Chandler on a weekly to talk about the McGregor fight. He would just keep going. Does anyone else not think Chandler's a bitch? So Kara says me. Tony says I'm down. The one who vapes says I'm down. Chicken Taser says, yeah, betcha. Apparently, Ilya's wife kicked him out of the house in the luxury home gym. No lightweight title defense. That's crazy. What is up? This is Affy. What is going on, my friend? Affy in the building. He decided to show up around here. The multi-time made man. Let's do it. Paul says he's in too. Maybe, just maybe. Hold on. Hold up. Right as Affy comes in. Hold up. This is Affy with the $20 PayPal dono. Starting it off. I'd be down for a members only stream playing online poker, so it could be up late. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, depending on how long this stream is. Well, I'll ask it at the end of the stream, and we might do it. We'll see. Let me respond to this. All right, there we go. Huzaifa with the 199. Huzaifa comes in and drops 199s left and right and never becomes a member. I mean, getting really bummy around here. How long does it take you to make a video? It all depends. Do I take notes? On occasion. Ariel Hawani sounds a lot better. I know Ariel for sure seen someone mention that BK's hit piece you made about him. Looked like he's still pissed when he responded. Oh, he was definitely pissed. Affy, the guy who donates a lot, right? Affy is a made man. We need Ariel versus MMA Joey with 10-7. Yeah, if he would have talked about me on a show, I would have made a video. But he just tweeted at me. It's like, I'm not going to force content and look like a clout chaser. Joe, you look about 20K richer. I think it was Jamal Hill who showed up Thanksgiving coming up, and it's his third annual rematch. Well, just saying. Where does the time go? You ever get your gaming channel going? I have it up, but I have not really done anything on it. I just don't feel like there's enough time in the fucking day, but I need to get on it. Oh shit, we back. I rewatched Bilal JDM fight. All I gotta say is don't let anyone say that Bilal got smoked. Bilal was landing his own big shots at his fight of the year for the reason it was 50-50. Agreed. Gabriel Bonfim has this. Shout out to Chicken Tasers for the $1.99. If Ariel invited you to NY, if that's where his studio is, would you go? I don't know, man. I guess so. It'd be fun, I guess. That's never gonna happen ever. But I got a buddy who lives in New York. We went to UFC 244. One of my buddies lives in New York City. Rondale with the 279 Canadian. Joey, please do a vid on Chandler. He was on air. I know, everyone. Oh, my God. I'm going to have to do it. What was the other podcast he did recently? Thank you, Rondale, for the 279. What was the other podcast he did? Let me look how long that is. Pause. He did a podcast with the wrestling guy. Does anyone remember what the name of that was? I forgot what his name is. Chris Padilla fight Saturday. Justin fought him. I saw that when I was doing my picks. I saw that he had knocked out Justin. I think it was. What was the other one he did? I just restarted Red Dead 2. I've never finished Red Dead 2. Is someone going to give me that name of that podcast so I can look it up and see how long that John is too? Hold up. Damn. Oh, the Ariel Helwani video is titled that? That's crazy. The Eddie Helwani show. Michael Chandler confident Conor McGregor fight house happens at the White. Oh my God. What a dumb fuck, man. What a dumb fuck. Chris Van Vliet podcast. Okay. Why is that dude interviewing Chandler? I thought he covers WWE, man. Like, he's supposed to be like a WWE dude. Why is he interviewing Chandler? An hour and 12 minutes? What kind of sick fuck is sitting through that? What kind of sick fuck would sit through that? Who's sitting through that? Oh my goodness. What a fucking embarrassment. Who would sit through an hour? Oh my God. I'll just have to do the aerial vid, if anything. I'll just have to watch the aerial vid. I mean, maybe I can get a couple clips from that. But, man, I'm not sitting there and watching an hour and 15 minutes. I'll literally hang myself from my door frame afterwards. I mean, oh, my God. Maybe it has timestamps, so maybe I can just pluck out a couple timestamps. There's no way I'm watching that in its entirety. I would literally blow my own. Dude, he's been talking about McGregor for like 5 years. So he just got back from Dave & Buster's, saw some dude glazing Conor McGregor in the parking lot looking for a fight. That's crazy. You were sitting through it so we can enjoy your video? Nah, I can't sit through an hour. Why? How could you even talk? How could anybody even talk to Chandler for an hour? Imagine talking to Chandler for an hour. Imagine talking to Chandler for a fucking hour. That's actually fucking insane. The backhammer like he did to Charles. What a joke. I'm going to try to create a transcript of Chandler aerial vid for you. We'll send to you on Discord. Okay. I mean, I think there's a transcript on YouTube. I'll watch the aerial video. I don't mind that for 30 minutes. But an hour and like 15, hell nah. Hell nah. 45 minutes is about Conor. Bet. You see that Malaysian one championship fighter say he was paid to throw a fight against RDR? I did not see that. Chandler is an IQ of 4. Chandler's very dumb. Conor McGregor, you've got to come back and fight somebody. I'm the most entertaining lightweight on the planet. I could talk to Chandler at least 16 minutes before losing it. Drake Riggs, Chandler interview fine. Is Chandler just doing a bunch of media right now? Where is that at? So we interviewed with Ariel today. Chris Van Vliet. Walk on Wisdom. Oh my God, he's watching this shit. I can't stand this motherfucker. I really can't. I'm done. He got 900,000 views on the call out for McGregor. I mean, that's insane. That is actually insane. What a fucking bum, bro. Oh, this is uncrowned. 24 minutes. It got 202 views. That's crazy. We'll see what the timestamps are. Yeah. Oh my God. I think I would commit 0-1 before I talk to Chandler for 30 minutes. If I was getting paid $12K and got offered $50K to throw it, I might do it, but I'd be scared to go to jail. Yeah, I definitely would rehearse it beforehand. No, Chandler just lost because he sucks, man. I can't. I want Chandler out of the UFC, man. I can't stand that motherfucker. Like, how does anyone like him? Being dead serious, how does anyone like him? Didn't he post a reply to you trying to prove you wrong, but ended up being right about the fight not happening? He messaged me talking shit. I'd rather be Tom Aspinall right now than listen to Mike. Exactly. So many fights feel rigged to me in retrospect. I know. The lid just... This is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Dude, Bulgarian's a fucking idiot, by the way. I wish they would have stopped him. I wish they would have stopped him when he was flattened out. Do you remember when he had him flattened out for a minute? I wish there would have been an early stoppage and they would have fucked it up. To be honest, I don't even want to talk about Chandler. You mean this? You excited for this weekend for WWE? I mean fixed fights. I mean UFC. Bravo to Bulgarian. If he got more than 200K, he was never going to sniff that being a UFC fighter. True. Even if his career is over, what was going to be his career earnings anyway? Unless you get to the top of the top, you're not making anything crazy anyway. Bulgarian could have asked for a fake TKO. Dude, I think Bulgarian would have been better showboating and getting KO'd legitimately. I think he'd been better off doing that. I think a TKO would look more real. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he didn't want to take the damage. That's the point. In retrospect, let me go back and look. Bulgarian. I want to go see his reaction after the fight. Dude, imagine they knew. He'd been better off getting guillotined or something. People are combing over this, like the Zapruder film. Dude, look how easily he got flattened out, by the way. Dude, he did a horrible job. He was so ashamed of himself when he tapped. I want to see his reaction afterwards. He stayed on the stool for a bit, it seems. Like, in retrospect, I want to see. All right, now they go into commercial break, so we can't even see. All right, let's see. You can see Bulgarian so ashamed. Oh my, come on, show the camera angle, bro. Why are they not zooming in? Damn, Mark Montoya was smiling in the background. Damn, they clearly threw that shit. That's crazy, man. Montoya looked like he was smiling in the background, smirking in the background. Let me watch this again. He's thinking nobody suspects a thing. Nobody suspects a thing. The Petrosky Malkoun fight is another one that always seemed off. Dude gave up from a hip. Yeah, that was weird. But why was this the fight that broke the camel's back? Because it was so obvious. People got greedy. That's the thing. This was going on all the time, but people got greedy in this one. Okay, who was the lady that pulled out of her fight last minute before a walkout? I wonder if she felt pressure of making the dive and chose to pull out and not go along with it. Macy Barber. That's possible. It's very much possible. Tom's sparring partner got TKO'd for real, and once the ref stopped it, he got up like nothing happened. He wouldn't have to overreact the performance. Dude, the way Isaac Dalgarian was like so ashamed and like constantly shaking his head. How many fights are we going to question now? What's crazy? I'm dying that Jones said Aspinall's overrated. That's the truth. That's the God honest truth. I've been saying that forever. Montoya's never even placed a sports bet. He doesn't even know how to. Yeah, that didn't seem very believable, bro. I saw that clip. I have bet on UFC before. I bet against Dalgarian. I had 10,000 on Yadier by rear naked choke. Big Ang got the big bucks. Pereira Ang too. Everything's questionable to me now. Everyone was cooking Montoya for the aerial interview. Dude, his face just looks so guilty. Why would you go do that interview right afterwards? Why? Why would you go do that interview? You should have just came out and said you denied all involvement and just shut your fucking mouth. So now every questionable decision by refs, fighters, and judges could use a second look. Yeah, but are they really going to do anything about it? Everyone was cooking Montoya for the aerial interview. It's because he looked so guilty. His whole vibe was, please don't look into our gym. And the fact that he has connections to Krause. Oh, just the what's it called? The rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it just never ends. It just never ends. There's always more and more. I bet you James Krause is still betting. You think James Krause stopped betting? Hank versus Polish dude, forget his name. The draw. Dana White calling out fighters that spoke about them getting approached. Sounded like he was actually saying, why didn't you come to us so we could brush under the rug? He was basically saying, why are you bringing this shit up and making us look guiltier? This is way more widespread of an issue than Dana wants to let on. Tom Aspinall was a prop up from Francis leaving and Jon Jones being a terrible person. 100%. His whole vibe was, please don't look into our gym. Agreed. I mean, not sucks, but he's a mid-champ. Okay. Krause probably bets more. And he has inside information. There's somebody still talking to him. You think Chandler threw the Patty fight? Nah, I think Chandler just fucking is shit. Is actually dog shit. That's the gold honest truth. Krause is betting on if he's going to jail or not. If he's not in jail by now, he's probably going to be all right. We'll see though. They might try to find a scapegoat and pretend like problem solved, you know? Just like when police arrest the wrong person for a murder just so they can claim they found someone. You guys know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. The cops will just find someone and charge them with murder and be like, oh, we did our job. Fighters out there were approached to rig fights were to come out and tell on them. Wouldn't that just be just as bad as taking the money and screwing them over? My guess is they don't get paid till afterwards. Yeah, there might be a fall guy. There might be a fall guy. Can you please make a video glazing Islam? Sure, I'll get right on it. I'll get right on it. Camille the Made Man is in the building. I don't know if I read his messages, but I don't know if I acknowledged the fact that Camille's a made man around here. Paul Bearer has been screaming everything's fake for weeks, if not months. He's been screaming the whole UFC's fake for like weeks, if not months. Should do a breakdown for JDM, Islam, and Weili Shevchenko points for each win to lose. I might get on that. I want to do a dedicated breakdown for the JDM fight. Low-key Krause probably working for Dana. Wouldn't shock me, man. Do you think Dana probably has some back way of betting on fights? Better to have a suspect in custody than no one at all. Months. Paul Bearer's been bitching every stream. Everything's fake. This is a fake sport. What were you recently screaming about that for? You were like really hitting that home. Was it the Tom Aspinall or was it something else? Was it a bad decision? What was it? What was it? To be honest, that's why I left the channel. What do you mean? Left the channel. You left and came back? What's your old name? What was your old name? How did Ariel call you out? He talked shit on Twitter. And he was 100% wrong. I mean, does the FBI have better things to do than watch fake UFC fights? Follow the money, man. It's under entertainment, not sports. It's technically not illegal for them to rig fights. UFC definitely puts their fingers on the scale in more ways than one. The overturned stoppage, and yeah, I came back. I left and came back. Are you talking about the Matt Frivola fight? Let's be real. Dana shitting on fighters, not ratting on the dudes that approached him, but Dana dipped when he was approached by the mob. Yeah, who knows if that story's even true, though. How excited are you for Islam JDM? I can't wait. I can't wait either. It's going to be sick. It's actually going to be sick. Damn, I just realized I fucked up earlier. I just realized. Let me see something if I can get something. Damn it. All right, let me see. All right, that should be good. Proceed. Continue. Okay, boom, done. All right. All right, we are good. I'm the milkman. Who were you before the milkman? Weren't you somebody else? You ever watch Impractical Jokers? I've had. It's kind of ridiculous. You seem to be the only one on MMA YouTube who covers the shady business side of the MMA outside of Luke Thomas. Really? Is that true? I feel like other people probably do. There's no way. But I'll take it. A lot of people just dick ride Dana. That's really the problem. But my point was ratting out organized crime is almost as dangerous as screwing over their bets. If you take one down, they're probably going to send someone for you. Just my real name. Send me a message of what it was just so I can remember what it was. I for some reason, I can't remember what it was. Or just give me the first name off of it. Can you do an impression of Dana telling the boys that dogs are barking? Nah, I can't. I can't. He's the only other guy who really going in on this. Everyone else who's speaking on it. When this is Gambling Bros who mad they got screwed. Dude, it's a massive issue. It's a massive issue. Bryce, I remember now. Second name start with an O. I remember now. Joey, I'm going to MSG for 322. I'm going to bring a sub to MMA Joey sign. Are you really? Are you really? That'd be crazy if you did. Now this calls into question every questionable call. We don't know how far it reaches. I guarantee it's way more widespread than we know. You can do a collab vid with Kenny where you and him go through the Islam JDM card. That would be sick. All right, I'll get right on it. You think big UFC fights are going to be held up because of the White House card? I think it's even if the White House card happens. Oh my God, we're gonna get the shittiest events afterwards. We're gonna get the shittiest events for like months. Remember after UFC 300? Oh, good God. Oh my. If the White House card does happen, I promise you, we're going to get the worst Apex fights ever. We immediately found out the fight was fixed. Now y'all want to act like other fights have been fixed based on what? Based on the reality that multiple fights have been fixed, bitch boy. Also, most of the time when someone gets caught stealing, it's not the first time they stole. Like, this has clearly been happening. We've suspected it. Now we have a confirmed second case at least. Hey, if Islam gets the win over JDM, who do you think is next for Islam? The winner of Bilal JDM should be next. The winner of Bilal, Gary. I mean, it's not technically confirmed, but it's confirmed. I'm done. You got Connor. You got Chandler. Red Panty Night. I'm done. I'm done. I saw it, man. That's funny, Paul. Got to get me that Chandler Funko. But he thinks this is the first fixed fight ever. I mean, look at Sean O'Malley, Piotr Jan. You tell me that fight wasn't fixed? Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. You tell me that fight wasn't fixed, boys? I told you guys. Patty Jarrett Gordon. I was about to stop watching the sport when I thought the fix was in for Patty Jarrett Gordon, which looking back, it probably was. The fix was probably in, my friend. The fix was probably in. That's the truth. Vicente Luque, Joaquin Buckley. I know, there's so many. There's so many. Man, I swear the Dumas fight was rigged. I posted a video. It's the last thing I posted on Twitter. If you don't think that's rigged, you're dumb. You're absolutely dumb. If you don't think that was rigged. Volkov gone, maybe. Joey's up. Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right. Show the boys. I just started messing around with my OBS because I had to mess around with my computer, and it's just like set up. It's going to be a pain in the ass to do it right now. Post it in the random tab, bro. Post it in the random tab. I don't feel like pulling it up on stream right now. I got to be honest because of the way I have it set up now. Also, just because you got caught doesn't mean you'll stop. You might just start being more careful and not get caught. Exactly. Do you think Garcia Onama was rigged? Dude, thinking back on that shit seemed rigged as fuck. Did it not seem like Onama was not fighting? Did it not seem like Onama was not fighting? We got another red scare. Now you motherfuckers are out here trying to witch hunt. I guarantee it happens more often than you would imagine. Emmett Zalal, I don't know about that one, but maybe. Maybe. It's possible. And Onama, another former Kraus fighter, exactly. I'm telling you, Onama Garcia seems sus. I didn't realize it in real time, but thinking about it afterwards, damn, my nose is itching like crazy. I mean, did it not seem like he was a punching bag? Like, and it was, of course, it was first round KO. Let me see. What were the prop odds on Steve Garcia to get a first round KO against Onama? Watch it be crazy odds. I'm calling it right now. Plus 375. Plus 375 according to ChatGPT. They could have made a good chunk of change on that. Could have made a good chunk of change on that. You know? And it looks sus. Onama didn't offer any resistance at all. He was ready to get pounded away on. He was ready to get pounded away on. You can't convince me Dern to win the belt wasn't rigged and I picked her. Dude, everything about that was rigged. The Dern fight was rigged, bro. Paul Bearer was saying that too. Ige Woodson was fixed. Woodson was up 2 rounds. And the scorecards, they were saying Woodson was down 2. And when the fight got stopped, dude, I know. The scorecards. What was another one? Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Delgado. Remember that one? That was a rigged scorecard. Onama looked like he forgot how to fight. It looked like some bum off the street. It looked like some bum off the street. Did it not? Apex cards giving off laundromat or car wash vibes. Anthony Smith was Montoya's fighter. He's famous for showing up and quitting. They're going to get this swept under the rug, and now I won't know if a fight's rigged or not. I would love to know other fights that were rigged. Like confirmed rigged. I wish we had the access to the betting abnormalities. Jay, how are you going to do a fight prediction for a trash card this week, but not last week? Was it because of the rigged fight situation? I was just really busy last week. I was really busy, and it was super bummy around here. Don't get no respect in this community. I wouldn't be surprised if Smith didn't take a knee because he had to bet to go 5 rounds. It's possible. Is Gary going to win? I don't know. But if Gary does win, I think he fights Islam next. Derek Lewis even told us Talisham was rigged by round 1 KO. What did he say? That was a horrible stoppage. That was a horrible stoppage by the ref. RDR quitting rigged? I don't think so. I wonder how many fighters were planning on rigging their upcoming fights. They were like, fuck, now I actually got to go out there and fight. Yeah, what if it's already planned and they already put the money down? Imagine they did. How do they get their money back? They can't just back out of a bet, can you? I guess maybe you can close it out and lose a little bit if you decide you want to change your mind. He said in the interview the script is round 1 KO guaranteed. Was that the exact post-fight interview? Was that the post-fight interview or what? Imagine China Islam in 30 seconds. What does that mean? Yeah, the Onama fight just looks weird. He wasn't fighting guys. Was just like at least be thrown back. Chins. JDM chins. No, before the fight interview. What he was saying in the cage? Is that what you mean? How long is Aspinall going to disappear for? 6 months is my guess. 6 months is my guess, man. It just makes you question everything now. It just makes you question everything. Like, how are we ever gonna know what's real, what's real anymore? Like, I have no idea. Khabib versus Conor would have been rigged, but Herb Dean is just horrible and let Conor get graped until Khabib almost squeezed his head off. Dude, Herb let Conor cheat so much in that fight. Outcome doesn't go y'all way. I'm done. Every pick I get wrong is rigged. Now, I'm not saying every fight is rigged. All I'm saying is I'm skeptical of everything now. There's a good chance Islam is going to come out and make JDM look like just another welterweight. It's possible. Do you remember years ago a report from Taz, ex-WWE wrestler, saying fights are rigged to the favor of the fighter who's more popular? Is that about WWE, though? I'm sure there's been far more rigged fights than we could ever imagine. I'm sure of that. Gregor Cerrone always looks strange to me. Cerrone just went out there and quit, I think. You think Frivola's fight was rigged? Same with Neil Magny? I have no idea. The judges aren't allowed to bet. They shouldn't be allowed to bet, but I hope they investigate those judges. But man, the Frivola non-stoppage, dude, I think they might have had a bet for it to go past the first round. Imagine Big Dan Murgliata knew the bet was in to go past the first round. You know? Taz works as an analyst for UFC on Fox. Really? If you can find that clip, send it to me on IG. Donald Cerrone always folded in big fights. Frivola was out cold. I know that ref was thinking to himself, Frivola was going to go the distance. Wake up, son. Name a fight you're 100% confident was rigged. Isaac Dalgarian versus Yadier. I don't even remember his last name. The only fight you can convince me was rigged was Nunes Pena won. I swear on my life I thought that when it happened. I said Nunes had her family bet on the odds. Let me see if I can find that video thumbnail. That video is aging better and better. The title of the video, was Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena rigged? How Nunes lost the UFC millions. That was my top viewed video for the longest time. Yeah, Cerrone started quitting a lot towards the end, especially the Conor fight, Derek Minner. Imagine if it comes out that Holly Holm versus Rousey was rigged. That'd be crazy. Imagine if we found out... What would be the craziest fight right now that happened in the last year? That if it was rigged, like, it would be like, holy fuck. What would be the craziest fight that could have been rigged? He did not work for the UFC, but called it to work? Okay. I'm seeing a lot of Islam disrespect from MMA channels. Feel like he's getting underestimated. I haven't really paid attention. Shout out Joey. Shout out chat. Everyone leave a like. Yeah, everyone leave a like. Get an extra bummy around here. Nunes could probably make her whole purse maybe more betting 50K. The UFC bet being investigated for rigged fights is not a conspiracy theory. Facts. Yeah, I mean, it's not a conspiracy theory. Like, Hank versus Pereira would be crazy if it was rigged. That would be wild. DDP Hamzat was rigged, and you know it, Joey. Dude, did DDP throw that fight? I'm beginning to think you might be right. I'm beginning to think you might be right. Did DDP bet on himself to lose via decision and just lay there and get doggy styled for 5 rounds? What were the odds on Hamzat by decision? I bet you they were pretty crazy. I bet you they were pretty juicy, huh? Damn, DDP's embroidered in scandal now. You think Bo Nickel packing it in was a rigged fight too? You think that was a rigged fight too? That would be pretty crazy if that one was rigged though. All right, does anybody who wants to do the member stream who's a shill or sycophant? Who wants to do the member stream? Yes or no in chat if you are a shill or sycophant and you want to do a member stream. Yes or no in the chat. Kara said yes. Paul said yes. Alabor said yes. I'm not sure if he's a shill or not. I would assume that he is. Vape said yes. Anybody else? We need to see how many people are in here. Only 4. Not enough. Tony Two-Tone, that's 5. Anybody else? Not enough members in here tonight. I got to stop going live so late. I got to go live earlier. Yeah, I'm busy. We'll have to listen. I'll try to upgrade. I thought you were a shill, Paul Bear. Yeah, I'm busy. We'll have to listen mostly. No big deal, bro. I'm just curious. So we have 7 at least. Anybody else? Anybody else? Where is Pat Matthews? Maybe you could do a panel with members. I do have StreamYard again, so I could maybe let some people join in for a minute or two. Let a few people join up. Let me take a look real quick at StreamYard. My account. Live stream. Public. I don't know. It doesn't let me. Can I do members stream through StreamYard? I don't know if I can. Setting up an unlisted members only stream on YouTube and streaming it to StreamYard. I don't know how you do that now that I think about it. I wonder if I can pre-create a live stream. Select destination. No, it doesn't give me the option. I don't know how I would do it then. It doesn't let you select the option to do a member stream and allow people to join up. Let's see. Then select your YouTube channel, enter your title and description, and set the privacy to unlisted or public. We recommend choosing unlisted. Okay. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. I just read something. Was, but rejoined at the lowest tier. Forgot about the tiers. It just said you upgrade it to shill. You have to do it through. I can do it through StreamYard. We'll see. Let me see if this actually works. I guess we can test it out. New members stream. Panel question mark. No, I don't want no referral. So I switch it to unlisted. Schedule for later. No, I can just hit create live stream now. Create live stream. Maybe this works. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, I hope it doesn't mess up my OBS right now. Oh, I knew it was going to. Let me X out of this quick. No. No, 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 no. Does it look weird on there? Does it look weird on there? Hold on. Damn. Does it look weird as hell? Something messed up. Because StreamYard tried to... Let me see if I can fix it. Yeah. I don't know. I hold on. There we go. It should be fixed now. No, it's not fixed. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what to do now. There we go. I fixed it. I had to deactivate it and reactivate it. There we go. It's because I went in the StreamYard to create the stream. Let's see if the stream shows up now. Okay. So let's change this to members only. Shill and hire. Publish. Close. One. All right. I fixed it. I have it scheduled now. Yeah, it was because I went in the StreamYard, so it was trying to use my camera from 2 different places, so it does that for some reason. All right, guys, if you want to join the member stream, I'm going to go live for the members for a little bit. I might even have a couple people join up for a minute or two to test it out. So go join that stream because it'll be live shortly. It should be on the channel. Only going to do it for a little bit. But if you want to become a member, the link is in the description. Become a shill or sycophant. And if you guys haven't yet, do me a favor, like the live stream on the way out. Go check out the gambling betting video I did from yesterday. Thank you so much for watching. You got an hour and 45 minutes out of me tonight. And I'll talk to you guys later. Good night. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye. Good night.